What's good, Fight Fans? Stash's Corner. And I'm very much under the weather today, but I felt a need to make this video anyway. Shout out to the LDBC. And if you guys are not subscribed to the Smoke City Mobcast, you should go and do that ASAP. Every Wednesday at 9. All the cats, brilliant minds, and brothers from the LDBC do a live podcast every Wednesday at 9 o'clock. Well, this video is about Kell and Errol Spence Jr. After Kell Brook's win at 154 pounds, I think happened last week, maybe, Errol Spence took to Twitter and said, if Kell Brook gets a belt at 154, he will come and fight him at 154 for that belt, is what Errol Spence Jr. said. And that was on Twitter. And I do have, there you go, I do have the screenshot of that. If he wins the world title, I'll fight him. Eddie Hearn seen that and said, yes, please. You see this happen on March 3rd. Okay? Errol Spence responds 100 and shake hands on him, emojis or whatever. All happened on the 4th, which is what, 5 days ago? Well, 4 days ago. And then today, I seen this. I'm at work right now, and I was busy, and I couldn't make this video. But I seen this probably 10 minutes after it was posted. Kell Brook says, 154 pounds, question mark, like at 154 pounds, I destroy him. Kell Brook was saying towards Errol Spence Jr. and Sky Sports Boxing instigating ass is the one who put this up. Much love goes out to Sky Sports Boxing. Keep doing your thing, because I love it. I love this. Now, real quick, let me first say that after the fight with Kell Brook said Errol Spence is one of the best, or if not the best guy I've ever been in there with. Meaning boxing. He's the best guy he's been in the ring with. That's what he said directly after the fight. He said much respect goes to Errol Spence Jr. and all that shit. You know what I'm saying? But all Errol Spence did was say, I'll give you the rematch if you get a title at 154. He didn't disrespect Kell Brook. But Kell Brook disrespected him by saying, I'll destroy him and all this other type shit. Kell, really? You really believe that? You really believe you'll destroy Errol Spence Jr. at 154 pounds? It's one weight class. That's all. It's one weight class up. You act like you went up 2-3 weight classes. It's not that far-fetched, man. It's not. Now, after Kell Brook said that, Errol Spence Jr. seen it and said, you got to get a title first, mate. Next time, I'll break both your eyes. Keep talking. Now, real talk, because just like I said, Errol Spence Jr. didn't come at him. He didn't. He just stated a fact that he'll fight him. You know what I'm saying? Kell Brook kind of came at Errol Spence talking about destroy him and shit in all caps though, bruh. You'll destroy him like that. But Kell Brook got mad, and today at 4:07 he wrote, number 1, I ain't your mate. Number 2, you started the talking. Actually, he didn't. He just stated some shit. You know, I'll give you a rematch at 154 after you get a belt. And then he says, number 3, stop hiding behind the belt. Man up rather than shout man down. What the fuck does that even mean? How is he hiding behind the belt? He hiding behind the belt he took from you? How is he hiding by saying that he'll fight you? Whatever. I can't even begin to understand Kell Brook ass. And then he says, keep your belt nice and cozy. Come see me at 154. I won't take your belt, just your O, then your heart. That must be what he took from you. Well, he didn't take your O because Triple G did. But Errol Spence did take your O, Kell Brook, as far as 147 pounds. You have a loss at 147 because of Errol Spence Jr. And it must be what he did to you. He took your heart, right? Turned into a totally different person. You was a fucking drunken ass alcoholic, starting trouble, being in a deep depression. You probably thought about killing yourself. You just didn't tell nobody. Bruh, you ain't taking nobody's heart. You're not. Like, you taking it too far, just like you did the first time you fought him. You still haven't learned nothing. You broke out the chocolate brownies for him and nobody else. And you're the one who had a whole brownie up under your fucking eyeball. You're the one who had that shit. And you still won't learn. All he said is he'll fight you, and you already talking backwards. Already. So disrespectful. Now, let me say that I understand why Kell-Brook thinks that he can actually beat Errol Spence easy at 154. Excuse me. And I think it's mostly because he thinks that when he fought Errol Spence at 147, that he was winning the fight entirely. And if he would have got through those rounds, he would have won on the cards. Maybe they would have gave it to him, but on the cards, you were losing that fight, bruh. But the biggest thing that people aren't realizing, especially you, Kell-Brook, you and your team aren't realizing that Errol Spence was off sometime. He had a little bit of jet lag. He was over there, the time difference. Like, it's a lot of things that had Errol Spence fighting the way he was fighting during that fight, as far as him not being accurate. His accuracy is always good. He's like a sniper kind of. You know what I'm saying? Just like when he fought Leonard Bondu was like, it's not that he's so strong, it's that his punches, his hook, he said, landed right on my chin. That's why it knocked me out. That's what Leonard Bondu said. It's the accuracy. And his accuracy wasn't on 100% when he fought you, Kell-Brook. It looked like it was on about a 35. It was bad. To me, it was bad. Because he does much better than that. And I always said, Kell-Brook, when Errol Spence fought you, Kell, that was the worst display I've ever seen that he put on. And it was all because of the accuracy. His accuracy was not there. He was not sharp at all. Bruh, if he fights you again, it's going to be in the States. That means he will not have no jet lag. There will be no time off. He's gonna have Jamel Charlo right there in the camp every day, every step of the way. Bro, you will get that sharp, pinpointed accuracy. You will get 100% Errol Spence Jr. You didn't get 100% Errol Spence Jr., Kell-Brook, when you fought him. You didn't. Not in my book. He had a lot of things that wasn't normal going on when he fought you, as far as him going over there and the 5-hour time difference. Your sleep got to change. You know what I'm saying? Like, everything has to change when you go over there. It's a test. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's grueling, you know? If he fights you right here in the States, he's used to it. Nothing has to change. He's eating the same food that he was eating, training with the same people who was training at the same times you're training with. Bruh, Kell-Brook, if you fight Errol Spence Jr. here in the States at 154 pounds, it will feel like you're fighting a totally different person. And that's just my take on it. But even after the fight, when they talked to Kell-Brook after the fight and asked him what happened and all that other shit, did he hurt you or whatever, he admitted that Errol Spence hurt me the same way Triple G did. If nobody want to believe his face or believe the fact that he actually went to the hospital and it's the same injury as Triple G, just believe the words that came out of his mouth. He got hurt in that fight, okay? He said that shit. Errol Spence, they asked him the same questions after the fight. No, he said he landed some good shots, but it wasn't nothing I couldn't handle. It was nothing that I haven't taken before. He spars and fights bigger people. Like, it's nothing I could take before. And I understand that. You know what I'm saying? But Kell, tell me what happened. Tell us what happened. And I remember them asking him, can you make 147 pounds again? He said, yes, I can. So you can't say you was jet lagged, you was drained. You can't say that. Because if that's the case, then, you know, why be so pissed off that he even asked to fight you at 154 and do the rematch at 154? If anything, he's playing to your strength. If you felt like you was, you know what I'm saying, like you feel better at 154 or whatever the case may be, he's coming where you're at and giving you the rematch. You're the one that was in deep depression. You can get your face back and, you know, get your heart mended, if you understand what I'm saying. You know, It seems like I'm like he's like that's a good look for you, and the first thing you did was get disrespectful. So really, if I was Earl Spence, I wouldn't even fight you since that's how you feel. I would let Jamal Charlo get on that ass since you said I want Charlo, and that's it, Negro. Jamal Jamel Charlo will done your ass. Okay, Triple G ruined the right side of your face. Errol Spence Jr. ruined the left side of your face. Jamel Charlo will put your dick in the dirt. I'm sorry. But he'll kill your ass, y'all. Your career will be over. It'll be dead. It'll be no more boxing for Kell Brook. Alright, especially if you start talking that shit to Jamel Charlo. Alright? Start talking that shit to him. Please call him a chocolate brownie. And I honestly would rather see Jamel Charlo beat that ass rather than see Errol Spence Jr. beat that ass again. But it is what it is. I'll take either one of the fights. I'll watch either one of them. But this picture right here, this is how Kell Brook face looked after the fight. Not directly after the fight, because just like this is daytime, they outside and shit. Not directly after the fight, maybe a day or two. But bruh, I've seen worse. Look at the pictures of these men face. And they didn't quit. They ain't stopped fighting in their hometown and shit for the belt after calling somebody a chocolate brownie 112 times and talking all of that mad ass cheese. They ain't do none of that shit and they still fought looking like that. Bubbled eyed, bubble face, chin face, everything bleeding. They still continued to fight. Brandon Rios, Amir Khan, Lucas Matiste. Those three cats you can learn a lot from, Cal. They teach you how to have a bigger heart. You're talking about you take Errol Spence's heart. Motherfucker, you didn't have a heart coming into the fight. As if so, you would have kept fighting. And I know y'all probably going to get mad from that comment, but I don't care, yo. Don't be getting all disrespectful and shit. And you the one who got a tender-ass face. I was saying you had a tender face before you fought Errol Spence, and then, damn, look what happened. He broke the other side of your goddamn tender-ass face. This was him right after the fight. Look at his eye. Look at his eye. That shit is not that tough, bruh. It's not that tough. You had, 2 rounds and some change to go. If you really thought you was winning that fight, you could have skipped the depression and all that bullshit and just stuck in there. You could have held him and ran around the ring for 2 rounds. I mean, we've seen it. We've seen people do that, fighters do that, and they not even freaking injured. Like, you could have did something. You could have did something more than what you did, Cal. That's why you went under that deep-ass depression. For no reason but that you knew you could have stayed in there and did something else, y'all. And your team and people from Sheffield or wherever you're from probably told you about yourself and you went under deep depression. But don't blame Errol Spence Jr. He didn't do shit but fight you. You the one that was talking all of that shit, which got him talking shit. Errol Spence Jr. don't talk shit. You see his last fights, he not going ham on people. That's what you did. You brought out that chocolate brownie shit and kept trying to get in Errol Spence's head and shit. Bruh, you did it to yourself. That's all I gotta say. Always like and subscribe to the channel. And he'll beat your ass, Cal. Peace.